What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. Welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates every day on Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. We'll be taking a look at the Dow Jones at the end of the video too, kind of see where it's at pre-market. It does look like, in my opinion, that we're going to see a red week, although we could see a pump. I'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at both scenarios. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out, and let's get on with it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. There's a disclaimer scrolling on the bottom. And always remember, this is my opinion and my view of the market. It does not have to be yours. And I do want to remind you guys, we are doing a Kobo Vault Generation 2 giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel, tick the notification bell, smash that like button. Take a second out, smash the like button, and leave your comment below. That will get you entered to win. We'll be picking a random comment from a random video on Sunday. All right, let's take a look at the news headlines. Get a feel for the sentiment. PayPal deal won't drive Bitcoin price higher. Duh, we talked about that. Top banks say gold may see a record rally by 2021. Perfect storm can push Bitcoin markets over 1 trillion. New Bitcoin price model suggests exponential bull run. And that's the Willy Woo thing. He's said that a few times in the last couple of years. Bitcoin price must flip this level into support to avoid a drop. Crypto long and short, what trends in volatility could mean for crypto. Bitcoin and altcoins at a turning point. As you guys know, I am extremely bearish. We're seeing some bullish stuff on here mixed with some bearish things. The only thing that's kind of making me look a little bit bullish, like we might see a pump, is all the permabull moon boys are starting to get a little bearish. Maybe they're just finally realizing what's going on. And on this channel, I want you guys to know this is all my work, my technique. I'm not taking other people's. I don't come up with a new indicator every week and blah, 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 like a lot of the other channels. I just give you the facts of what I see, my own work. I don't, copy off other people like they all seem to do. One week they'll be using this indicator because it goes towards their bias. Next week they'll be using a different indicator. We stick to the same things. I don't pull up a bunch of different crap. So, yeah, if that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe. Anyways, fear and greed index, we're at 41. We raised 1 point from yesterday, still in the fear zone. And what we've been looking at is this higher high in the price action in the monthly, lower high in the RSI, bearish divergence, guys. And it doesn't, mean it has to go straight down now, but it is definitely bearish divergence in the monthly. And in the weekly, we have higher highs, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action, bearish divergence. As of right now on the weekly, we are getting supported at the 8 EMA, which is around 9,060. If that breaks, we break below that. Our next stop is going to be around the 8830 range. If we break that, and that's the 21 EMA, or I'm sorry, the 8 EMA is the 9060, and then we have the 8850 range at 13 EMA. And again, guys, this is the weekly. 21 EMA is around 8630. 55 EMA as of right now is around 8220. There is a bullish case, and I'll show you real quick, although I don't think this is going to play out. I want to make sure you know about it. It's definitely possible. There's a falling broadening wedge here that we popped out of, and we've been getting support on top of it over here. The measured move of that is 16,000. Obviously, that is the bullish case scenario, which I am not leaning towards, but it is a possibility. I want you guys to keep that in mind. We look at this top trend line here on this rising broadening wedge. If we were to come straight down this week, it's around right around the 8550 range. If that breaks, it'll probably get extremely ugly. But I would expect at least a bounce here if we get down to that level. I do have lower lows too, we will talk about. Remember, the 200 EMA is sitting right at the 5770 right now. Let's go into the daily and take a look at what's going on here. So we're looking at this rising channel here. We have a measured move of that rising channel, the break being right to the $6,900 range. That is my target off of this here. I also have a trend line right here, this orange one going off of these wicks here. The measured move of that is 55. And we could draw another, and I'm going to go ahead and do that, another trend line here from this wick here where we bounced. And if we take a measured move of that, if we were to break down from here, although I'm more focused on these, but I do want to show you this possibility too. That gets us all the way down to the $4,400 range. I'm going to go ahead and put a target there anyways. Let's put a channel in here. All right, so that's right around the 40. Let's put it up here a little bit, right around the $4,380, $4,400 range. We also do have lower targets, but I just want to point out, you can see what happened last time when Bitcoin had to run up with no correction in here. Same thing we're getting here. It's pretty bearish looking, guys. If we zoom in and look at the EMAs, it does look like the 8 is wanting to come down and cross the 55 in the next day or two. If that happens, that's probably going to give us a huge push down. Keep in mind, the 55 EMA on the daily right now is right around the 9170. If we can break above the 200 again, we may get this little push up, possibly as high as the 9600, and that would be just coming up to retest this area where we had a bunch of trading going on. But I think that's less and less likely by the minute from what I'm seeing. And as you can tell in the daily here, the volume is just gone to nothing. So I'm expecting a big move soon. We had been watching this as a possible head and shoulders on the RSI on the daily with a neckline here that we did break, and I said we would be bearish then. There is a possibility, like I said, if we get that pump, we come up to retest this neckline. That is definitely a possibility. Keep that in mind. But the big picture, I believe we're going to continue on down. It just makes sense. Let's go into this daily where I took the EMAs off. Same thing. We still have the same measured moves. This, I do have that lower low down here. We do have a CME gap at the $3,500 range. It's definitely a possibility, guys. We come down and hit this. We have a Fibonacci retracement from the swing low to swing high here. We did get a nice bounce off of that 8890 area, which is the 0.236. We also have this $8,500 support and resistance line, which if we get down here, we'll probably get a bounce, at least maybe come up and test the 8890 again before continuing down to the 7940, which is the 0.382. Then of course 7700 has been long-term support and resistance, and then our target, well actually the 0.5 fib at 7141, and then our target at 69. And then we have the golden pocket zone, guys, which is the most likely we get down here between 6150 and 6380. That would be the golden pocket zone. If that does not hold, we have my target of 64 or 5400, and I will go over to the weekly or the monthly to show you that. If we did get down to that 5400, that would be obviously in July, and that would be coming down to retest this trend line right here on the top of this falling channel that we broke out of. And a retest of that would be around 54, would also line up with the 55 EMA on the monthly. Let's go back over to our daily. And yeah, I just wanted to point that out. There is a CME gap here. Also, let's go into the RSI on this daily, and we have it drawn out a little bit different. We have the falling channel here, which it looks like we are going to come back down and retest the bottom of this, if I'm correct on the lower lows coming. But we are in a falling channel as of right now. A break up out of this would be bullish. That would probably make me change my mind on my bearish case and definitely go bullish. But I do believe, guys, we are headed down this direction. Let's look at the 4 hour. 4 hour, let's zoom in and look at the EMAs real quick. And we are in a cluster down here. As of right now, we're just above the 8 EMA, which is around the 90.80. If we can't close a 4 hour above 90.80, we're most likely going to continue down. We do have the 21 EMA here at the 91.25 range. 55 EMA is at 92.40. And the 200 EMA is at 9300. Like I said, we could get a little pump up here. If you look at this on the 4 hour, it does look like a possible bull flag here. Let's just do a measured move. Although I don't believe we're going to get this, but it is possible. And as a trader, you should look at all scenarios. And that would get us up between the 92.80 and 9300 if that's the case. Let's look at, again, we're on the 4 hour. And another thing I want to look at, I've seen people talk about this being a bull flag here. That does not make any sense. Let me draw it in there what people are saying that is a bull flag. Use thicker lines so you can see. This is what they're saying, that this is some type of bull flag here. That's incorrect. This cannot be a bull flag. There is no flagpole that lines up to make this a bull flag. That is a falling channel, which could be bullish, but this is not a bull flag, guys. If we did break up, what would the measured move be of? That would be around, right around that, our old highs here, at the $10,500 range. If we break up out of that, that would be the bullish case scenario. Obviously, I just don't see it. It just does not make sense to me, so I'm going to get that off there. I just wanted to point that out. If you're watching anyone that's saying that's a bull flag, that's pretty much hopium. Now let's look at this as a rising channel, which I believe it to be. And we had this on a little angle different yesterday going off of this wick. But what I did here, so you guys know, is I cloned this top line off of these two wicks and bringing it down, and it lines up perfectly. So that is a perfect channel. Now I break down from this channel. Let's see where that gets us. Right down to that 6,900. Really confluent, guys. Everything is pointing to this area to me. Like I said, it could turn around. If we do get a pump, it's going to be a bull trap. It's just going to trap a bunch of bulls there, in my opinion. Same thing on here. I had this line yesterday off of this wick, so I'm not, we pop up through it a few times. I'm going to raise this up to this wick now. I don't really like this channel, but nevertheless, it is off the wicks. As you guys know, I only like to use wicks. Once a wick breaks through any of my trend lines, I don't use that trend line anymore. So according to this, there's another way to look at this. I'm not too convinced of this either, but possible falling wedge here. And the top of that falling wedge would be around the 90-80 range. And if we did a measured move and we broke out from that area, that would also lead up to that $9,800 range. Depending on where we broke out, I don't really, that's not my thing. I don't believe that's going to happen. Let's look at a breakout doing a measured move off of the falling channel here. We're able to break up above that, out of that. We talked about it yesterday, be around that 95.80 to 9,600, which would be in this range. If that happens, I definitely believe that will just be a major bull trap. If you guys are interested in trading, I'm going to leave a Prime XBT tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. It's by far my favorite. It's actually the only exchange I use anymore. You can trade gold, Forex, NASDAQ, Dow, S&P, silver, oil, anything you want on it. They are the premier exchange, if you ask me. Yeah, if you use my promo code Savvy50, it'll get you a 50% bonus on top of whatever you deposit in your trading account, up to 1 Bitcoin. Obviously, you can't withdraw that, but you can use it towards your trading. And Savvy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. So we're on the 1 hour here. Let's take a look at the area to break. If we break this, we have the swing high to the swing low here at the Fibonacci retracements. We came up and we tagged the 91.93, which is the 0.5 fib, or 0.386, sorry. We are getting support right now at our 90.50, which is the 0.236. If we break that, guys, we're definitely headed down to these lower lows. And what are the targets there? If we look at this right or falling channel here in white, let's say we come all the way down to retest this bottom of this channel again. Could be the $8,500 range, right in that area. Sorry, my phone's ringing. I'm not going to answer it. So yeah, it'd be around the $8,400 to $8,500 range to test the bottom of that. If we get support there, that could be, the end of it, and we could continue up from there. But I do believe we are headed down to lower lows, in my opinion. We'll most likely get at least a bounce down here. But like I said, if that holds, we could continue up much higher. Let's look at the RSI. On the hourly, we just seem to be in a, I'll move this trend line a little bit. Just seem to be in a channel. The question is, do we come up and retest the top of this channel here? Like I said, that would be most likely a push up to, our 9,200. It would break the 9,200 if we were to come up and retest the top of that. It would be between the $9,300 and $9,600 range, which, as I said, in my opinion, would be a bull trap. But I do think we're going to continue down here, guys. I'm still extremely bearish. All right, this is my wife's webpage. Another way to help support the channel. If you'd like to, check it out. She's got a lot of cool crypto stuff on here. It's all quality stuff, too. It's not iron on. It's none of that crap. It won't wear off. It's definitely quality stuff. You can put any coin you want, anything you want on here. Family pictures, whatever. Just let her know if you have something you want on there, or a saying or whatever. Just hit her up in the contact and let her know, and I appreciate it. That really helps support the channel. And happy wife, happy life. All right, looking at Litecoin. We're gonna look at Litecoin and then Ethereum, and then I'm gonna move on to the pre-markets. Just take a quick look at that for traditional. Then I'm gonna show you my chart for XRP. If you have not seen it, I know a lot of people don't like it, but it is my chart, and I'm gonna show you. So anyways, as of right now, Litecoin dropped below this major support, and I believe it's going to become resistance around that $41 range, 41 to 41.20. We did hit our target the other day, actually not quite. We hit 39.20. I had it at 39.12, pretty damn close. I don't think this is going to hold. Let's look at the measured moves here. So first off, let me get the RSI out of the way. First off, measured move here is looking at this as a rising wedge where we broke down over here. And that gets us down to around the $29 to $30 range, which the 0.786 is right at 30.52. And of course, if Bitcoin goes to those lower lows around that 3,500, we could be looking at a $20, $22 Litecoin. And I believe that would just be a stop hunt for anyone that longed here, shooting up quick if we do come down to these areas. All right, let's look at what else we got here. From the swing low to the swing high, Fibonacci retracements. Obviously, right now we just broke through the 0.386, and we hit our target at 39. Our next support down here is around $38, which is the 0.5 fib, and then we have the 0.618 at 34.82. Between 34 and 35 would be the golden pocket zone. A break of that area, 0.786, we'd be looking at 30.50. Yeah, it's there's nothing bullish here, guys. I see nothing bullish. I don't even understand why people can be bullish here, but to each their own. Let's look at Ethereum. Well, let's look at the RSI real quick. So the RSI, we had this falling channel, came out, tested it, got support, and looks like we're going to come down for another test of this bottom trend line. Again, the fake out would be coming up to retest this one, which would get us probably up around that 47.76 range if Litecoin decided to do that. I would see the first $44 would be coming to retest this trend line. If that breaks, we'd be looking at 47. That is the bullish case. I'm sticking to the bearish case. Ethereum. Let's get the RSI out of the way. And Ethereum, same thing. We have a rising channel forming here. The bottom of that channel is going to be around 214, which was also our target when we broke this 229. I had said look for 214, which is the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement of this swing low to the swing high here. A break of this 214 is going to get us down to this 191 area, which is the 0.382. 0.5 is at 171.55. Golden pocket zone between 147.50 and 152.50. If that does not hold, looking at 125, and if that doesn't hold, we could be seeing a $57 to $75 Ethereum, which would only be if Bitcoin goes down to that $3,500 range. Let's look at the RSI. Well, let's take a look at the bullish case first. If we do get that fake pump, a fake pump would get us back up to around 246 if Bitcoin was to get up to its $9,600 range. And then if I'm totally wrong, we break through that, we could be looking at a excuse me, a $281 Ethereum, which would still not break this high over here, but that would be bringing Litecoin or Bitcoin up to, you know, the 10.2, 10.3 range. Again, guys, I just don't see it happening. Let's look at the pre-markets on Dow. What is going on here? I don't know what that is, but anyways, so the Dow is up pre-market $95, Nasdaq's down 25, S&P up 5. Again, we've seen the markets look like they were going to open positive. They have a little quick shoot, and whichever direction they are in the morning, and when it opens, it actually goes the other way a lot of times. And the Dow, guys, just looks super, super ugly. And this is the long-term view, but lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI. That is hidden bearish divergence, and it is ugly, 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 ugly. I've been talking about it. I'll show you my targets here. If this was an ABC correction of this whole move over here, we'd be looking at a 16.5. And that doesn't mean it happens in a day, guys. It's going to take a while. But this is my first target that, you know, 16.5 is my first target. I've talked to you guys before about this. I'm going to talk about it one more time, and then I'm going to show you my XRP chart. But, guys, we are witnessing the biggest money grab in history. They've got everybody bullish, thinking that the feds are just going to keep printing money, and it's just going to keep going up. And all roses and sun and just beauty and whatever. They got everybody tricked, man. This thing is going to be ugly. 401ks gone. Retirement gone. Fed owns everything. It's, you know, they're going to, when this drops, everybody's going to be selling in fear and the Fed's going to be buying up. If this 16.5 doesn't hold, my next target's 93. Between the $92 and $93 or 92 and 9,300 point range. Just my opinion. Let's look at my XRP chart. So we've talked about this. I've gotten tons of hate from it. I don't care. This is what I see. And I'm going to actually go through and show you the measured moves. Don't forget to smash the likes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. And anyways, let's take a look at the first measured move where we did go down below it a little bit. But that was looking at this as a rising wedge. and we put the target on there. That got us to the 17.2. We wicked down a little further, but we did come back up and retested our neckline up here for resistance, our old support, and we got resistance. Headed back down toward the 17.2. That's most likely not going to hold. Next target is looking at that wedge here as a bear flag, and the measured move of that being around the 16.2. And if that doesn't hold, next target being looking at this as a head and shoulders, and where we broke down gets us to the 11.7. And I do believe, look at this trend line here. Let me straighten it out a little bit. We could be looking, did I get that? Yeah. We'll be looking at 2 to 3 cent XRP. You guys know what I think of XRP on this channel. I think it's a scam, but that's my opinion, not yours. Remember, make your own mind up, do your own due diligence. But I feel that if anyone done their own real due diligence, they probably wouldn't be believing in any of these crap projects that are all over. So that's my opinion, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to smash that like button. Leave your comment down below. That will get you entered to win the Kobo Vault Generation 2 hard wallet. I do have links to other wallets down below. All my affiliate links down below, guys, are things I use, and they help support the channel as I get a small commission if you want to use them. You don't have to use my links, but definitely check them out. See if any of the stuff down there interests you. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And you can do that by clicking the CryptoSavy logo above my head. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash the likes, leave your comments, all that good stuff. I'm out, guys. Share the video if you would. If you enjoy them and get something out of them, share them with other people. Thanks, guys. I'm out.